Judgment here. I have decided to return to my series of item drop videos with a video about sacred armours. What you can see here on the screen are all three sacred armours that you can obtain within the game: the set armour, the Immortal King's Soul Cage, and the two unique sacred armours, Templar's Might and the rarest unique item in the game, Tyrael's Might. I decided to combine these three armours because usually anybody who finds a sacred armour is normally trying to find Tyrael's Might. All three of these armours on their own are relatively useless. You might think that the rarest unique item in the game, Tyrael's might have better statistics than it does. Here is the spreadsheet generated from the Silasman drop calculator, which I use to show the relative rarity of the item. And what you can see here is that Tyrael's Might is number 1 as the rarest item in the game, but Templar's Might comes in at number 9, and the Immortal King's Soul Cage, being by far the most common item of the three, is still the 6th rarest set item. And you can see there it comes in at the same level as Riswold's Valour and Mavina's True Sight. We are going to start our look at these sacred armours in 2003. Back in 2003, there was no ability to record video, so guides about characters were written guides. I was at the time trying to teach myself how to write web pages, and this is done in a freeware web page editor called Composer, which I'm still using to a limited extent. You'll note here Sigmar the Bonemancer, who has reached level 99 after about 20 years, was created on the 19th of October 2003, and this was the character I had for Magic Find purposes for of the order of about 14 years, and that includes a 7-year gap where I essentially stopped playing. If we look a bit further down this web page, which lists all the items that I found for the first time, as I could reasonably remember them, you'll notice that I found with Sigmar the Immortal King's Soul Cage for the first time on the 1st of October 2005, and then a few hours later I got it again. Now, given Sigmar's original creation in October 2003, it took about 2 years for the first Immortal King's Soul Cage to drop, and to get 2 in one day I thought was extraordinarily lucky. A bit further on, highlighted in the purple, in the 9th of September 2006, also about a year later, Sigmar got the Immortal King's Soul Cage for the 3rd time. What I did with these Immortal King sets was to create 2 characters. I was well aware of the rarity of the Immortal King's Soul Cage, and I had never used one of the high level sets, so I created 2 characters. One was Bludger the Barbarian. Now, I found in the compendious rubbish I keep on my hard drives that I had also started a web page for Bludger with the same idea as Sigmar, but I never kept it up. However, you'll notice here that Bludger was created on the 26th of June 2005. I played him through the game and eventually equipped him with the Immortal King set, and he got to about level 83 in LOD. But later on, Bludger became the Pit Barbarian in LOD and is still there. The other character I created was Amacement, also a Mace Barbarian, and also with the intention of using the Immortal King set. I wasn't happy with the way Bludger had progressed through the game by the end of it. I created Amacement and played him through the game again just to use the Immortal King set. What you can see here is that he has nothing but one Immortal King set, but he was at one stage the storage character for other Immortal King sets. Having found and completed the Immortal King set a number of times, there is by this stage no sign of any unique sacred armours. You will see my first find of a unique sacred armour later on in this video, but it eventually evolved to the stage in LOD where the last 2 unique items I had to find were the 2 unique sacred armours. Let's have a look at all the video recordings of the set and unique sacred armours that I have found. Well, there is another Immortal King Soul Cage. I've just had a look. That is my 7th completion of the Immortal King set, and now means I've got 3 Immortal King armours while just doing these Pindleskin runs. Oh, okay people, there's a drop. I never thought I'd be disappointed to see an Immortal King Soul Cage. In fact, it's a very long time since I've got one from a place other than Pindleskin. I would have much preferred Templar's Might. I can't seem to quite get past the Immortal King Soul Cage. I'll find a place for it. It's too rare a drop to throw away. Okay, I don't know how many Immortal King sets that completes, but I'll just have to take it, people. I want a unique Sacred Armour. I have never seen one drop. But there is another Immortal King Soul Cage. Might. It's just not worried about it with this thing. Oh, oh dear me. At least, Eric, you appreciate the joke. Okay. Cannot get a unique one. Can't quite get that extra bit to get a unique one. Okay. Ah, not bad. Okay. Alright, let's have a go at Pindleskin for the last... We're in still players 3. Let's have a go at Pindleskin for the last few minutes. Okay, people, second last one. Okay, folks. There's one off the list. One to go. 40,000 runs I've done with other characters. And here we are levelling. Never seen a unique Sacred Armour before. It has to be Templar's Might, people, but okay, let's identify it. It must be Templar's Might. I think I've got an Immortal King Soul Cage in the Ancient Tunnels before, but I'm not certain I've got one when I really wanted Tyrael's Might. Alright, I've just had a look. That is item level 85, which means that's dropped from a regular monster. Let's have a look at that rare ring. What's that? I don't actually recall getting ever an Immortal King Soul Cage in the pit before. Oh dear me. Well, here it is again. Okay. I'm a bit sorry this hasn't happened on stream. This is the first ever unique armour I have found that has a chance of being Tyrael's Might. If it turns out to be Tyrael's Might, it will mean that I've now found every item in the game, and I think the chances are about 1 in 9 that it will be Tyrael's Might. Okay, here we go. The unique Sacred Armour is Templar's Might. Oh dear me. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to leave this one behind. Still a notable drop, just not quite what I'm after. Oh. Well, that I assume is... we'll have a look and see what the item level of that is, and could it have possibly rolled Tyrael's Might. Right. Immortal King Soul Cage, item level 88, so that did drop from the unique in the River of Flame, and that means that could have rolled Tyrael's Might, I assume. Here we go, people. Given I don't recall there being a unique or champion group there, I assume this is most likely going to be Templar's Might. Okay, here we go. It is Templar's Might. That's item level 85, so that cannot have ever been, or never had the possibility of being Teriel's Might. I've just had a look and Mule, that is an item level 88. A Mortal King Soul Cage, so that could have rolled Teriel's Might in theory. Oh, there's a drop. Well, at least in the D2R context. Well, I suppose that could, we'll have a look a bit later. I suppose that could have been Teriel's Might. Well, that at least completes the set anyway. Blessed aim. Oh, okay. It's certainly noteworthy. I suppose we should stop and identify that. Unquestionably the best drop of the evening, but not quite what we're after. There's two items there that people would prefer to be something better. I might actually take the Movina Helm. I might be able to complete another set. I certainly don't need another Immortal King set. Is he down already, is he? Oh. There, I think that's my fourth Immortal King Sacred Armour this month. I have not found any unique sacred armour in D2R yet, and in LOD I only ever found one that had a chance of being Tyrael's Might. It's ethereal, so it has to be Templar's Might, since Tyrael's Might cannot generate as ethereal. I suppose we'll have to denote it. There is an Immortal King Soul Cage, which we'll identify and put down. Okay, well, there it is again. A worthy drop, but not the one we're after. Okay, I'll denote it, people, but that's what we're after. Well, not quite what we're after. Oh, there's the Immortal King Soul Cage. Oh, okay, if we just have a go at the minions out here, we should be fairly... Oh, okay, people, job's on here. Okay, people, a unique sacred armour has just fallen. Okay, let's go into the next... oh, it's ethereal again! Oh, the joke is, Suabat, that the last time I found an ethereal, and a sacred armour was also ethereal. Okay, what an astonishing drop. Okay, to get two unique sacred armours and have both of them be ethereal, and therefore Templar's Might. Arguably the most, now for me, probably the most unwanted item in the game. But there is an Immortal King's Soul Cage. Okay, we'll have to denote it, people. There is an Immortal King Soul Cage. Oh, okay. It's still a rare find, but it's just not what you're after. Oh, bother. There it is again. Alright. Another one I must make a video about. There's an Immortal King's Soul Cage. Oh, bother. There is, we'll have to denote that, people. There is an Immortal King Soul Cage. Oh dear me. There is an Immortal King Soul Cage.
Good to see you. Stay a while and listen. Good to see you.
That's okay. There's something else there. It's got that Fanatics and all. Right, oh, here we go, folks. A unique sacred armour. Yep, here we go. Right, folks, we are, at least it's not ethereal. We will get Deckard Cain to identify that in the next game.
Good to see you.
Alright, people, the unique sacred armour is Tyrael's Might. After all these years, okay. Well, geez, I said I haven't found much for quite some time. The only thing I said, it's still, I just like the bolt of surprise there. Okay, that's I can imagine that being of some use on a mercenary. That was my 5th, I think, unique sacred armour in D2R. Right, so that's what Tyrael's. It's actually a rather good-looking piece of armour. I'll give it that. A tooth throw and a unique sacred armour, which is not ethereal.
Good day.
Unique sacred armour is Templar's Might. That's about it for the set and unique sacred armours I have found down the years that I've been playing both Lord of Destruction and Diablo 2 Resurrected. I don't know whether I have been extraordinarily lucky or extraordinarily unlucky in that the first 2 unique sacred armours I found in D2R were both ethereal and therefore had to be Templar's Might. If you assume a fraction of 1/20th of items being ethereal, it means that an ethereal Templar's Might is rarer than Tyrael's Might. And to get 2 of them, well, people can make up their own mind whether that is good luck or bad luck. Having found Tyrael's Might in D2R, what use is it? Well, whenever I run Nilithak for Keys of Destruction, the mercenary gets Tyrael's Might. So if he happens to kill a monster, Nilithak cannot corpse explode that monster by virtue of the mod Slain Monsters Rest in Peace. For the future, well, I've started a second Grail account denoting the second find of each item, and I'm making some progress on that. For the rarer items, I have recordings and can already claim to have found many of the rarest items in the game twice. The 2 items I need to complete the Grail in D2R for the first time are the Cow King's Hide and a Zodrune. The method of finding the Cow King's Hide is at least reasonably clear in that you play in the secret cow level, probably in normal level, as often as you can, but how I'm going to find a Zodrune, I've yet to figure out. If viewers have any suggestions for the next item to be featured in such a drop video, please put it in the comments. If I can't think of anything better to try, I will return to one of the more prestigious items in the game, Mara's Kaleidoscope.